Welcome back to the Hillbilly RV channel. Today we got a wonderful video for you. If you have a weak stomach, don't watch any more of this video. Go, I can see something out of the corner of my eye. Oh, I got a string on my hoodie. I've cut that off in a minute. Burned off something. I don't want my sleeves falling off. Yeah, where was that? Oh, I think what we have here is our classic poop pyramid going on in this fifth wheel behind me here. And since it is a fifth wheel and the bathroom is up on the upper level of the camper, there's about 4 feet of pipe between the bottom of the commode and the top of the tank, with a couple of 45s or 22.5 degree fittings, so it's not a straight shot. They have had a couple of, they had somebody come out and try to pump the tank. Well, the tank's empty. They've had a couple people out here to look at this. So we're gonna go directly to the source. I'm gonna cut a section of that 3-inch pipe out, reach down in there with a long screwdriver or stick, and break up and stir up that poop pyramid. And if it's not a poop pyramid, I don't know what's going on. So yeah, let's I've got the compartment emptied out, and I got the wall down, and that's all I've done. I'm gonna take y'all along for all the good stuff. Let's get started. All right, right here is our 3-inch pipe coming from the commode down to the sewer tank. All right, the customer feels confident that the pipe is probably empty. Because the people that have been here before me got, to where it would at least run a little bit of water down through the commode, but it bubbles. So I'm going to drill because I don't know for sure whether this pipe's empty. I'm going to drill a 3/8 hole in it about where I'm going to cut it off, and just see if I get any fluid. If I do, I'm ready with my Gorilla Tape, and if I don't, then I'll just cut that pipe off in 2 places, and we'll get down in there and we'll take care of that poop pyramid. I want to try and cut it off as close to that tank as I can. So let me see. Oh, in the way. Let me see about where I can get in there and cut that off. I can do about right there. So I'm going to drill a hole right there. I'll get my tape ready just in case, so we don't make a huge mess. You know what, I'm gonna go get one of my towels and wrap around down there too. All right, y'all ready? Here we go. Tape ready. Okay, we're good to there. So let's cut it off. All the tools today I'm using are my Milwaukee M18 drills and saws all. So yeah, let's get this sucker cut off. Alright, there's one cut. Now I'm going to go up here somewhere where it's convenient and cut it again so I can take that short piece of pipe out. I'm going to go up in there and cut that off again. But I've got to crawl up in here, so I got to have to cut y'all off. Okay, I have it cut off. So let's get that pipe out there and see what we're dealing with. All right, I'm looking in the end of the pipe. I can see that it's clear. I'm gonna go ahead and get it out of there though. As you can see, we are dealing with our classic poop pyramid. Yeah, let me see if she has a bucket, or I can find a bucket. Put a glove on, start pulling some of that stuff out of there so I can get down to the actual pyramid. All right, I got some of that scooped out, some of the excess, and now I'm just gonna clean up here a little bit. Nothing hard yet. I haven't found anything hard yet. It's just a lot of it. Go get rid of this. Get rid of this. Take this out. I'm gonna have to wash my towels. It was about time to wash them anyway. Now I'm just gonna go down in there with a long screwdriver and start stirring. All right, yeah, it's pretty hard down in here. Yeah, it's stiff. Wow, yep. That's your classic poop pyramid right there. Show you, try and show you what a modern black tank looks like on an RV today. Black tank is where the nasty out of the commode goes, okay? I don't know why they call it black water, but they do. It's black water holding tank. All right, these tanks typically are 50 few inches long, 24-ish inches wide, about 5 inches deep on the deep end, but maybe only 3 or 4 inches on the shallow end, because they mount the tanks level, so the bottom of the tank slopes towards the drain. This is the drain. Now let's pretend that this is a travel trailer. I'm going to show you a fifth wheel like we're working on in this video just a second. But now let's say this is a travel trailer. Typically the commode is right above the floor. The commode may not be 3 or 4 inches above the tank. Well, let's say your commode was here, okay? You've only got 3 or 4 inches of space here for the solids to drop down that tank. If you don't manage your tank correctly, really quickly, you're going to have a poop pyramid. All right, solids, paper, whatever else you put in there. Don't ever put anything but human waste and RV toilet paper in your tanks to start with. But some people don't listen to that. They put flushable wipes and Lord knows what else in these things, and they won't handle it. Okay, now let me change this drawing just a little bit, and we'll show you how they put them in the fifth wheel nowadays. And no, they don't. The coach manufacturers don't always put the inlet from the commode on the shallow end. It could be closer to the deep end, could be in the middle, but still, even if it's on the deep end, you only have 5 inches of space inside a tank. That's why you need to manage your tanks properly. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you what I think is happening with these folks' tank. Now, most fifth wheels, which is what we're working on here, the commode will be on the upper level of the trailer. And for whatever reason, if there's separation, there'll be like 3 to 4 feet of separation between the top of the black tank and the upper level, the floor in a fifth wheel, and that's where your commode's at. They always put 2 22.5-degree fittings in that pipe, so everything comes out of the commode, goes down, hits this 22.5 degrees. I was down here, hits another 22.5 degrees, and then into the black tank. Still, we don't, I mean, if the black tank has a major issue, it's always a poop pyramid. It's always a poop pyramid, and that's exactly what was going on with this RV. So let's get back to the video, and then I'll come back to the whiteboard at the end to tell you what I think is going on with this tank. There's the bottom of the tank right there. So it's all deeper, that thing is. Okay, we're getting her broke up down in there now. Oh, no, that's wrong. It was a little bit deeper. All I'm trying to do is just break that poop pyramid up so that it will leave the tank. Even with the screwdriver, all I can do is get right under this pipe, but that's where all the trouble's at anyway, so that's all we really need to get to. So I'm scraping the bottom of the tank now. So that's probably about all we can do for just breaking it up. Yep. Let me get this out of here. Next time y'all see me get a tool out of the toolbox and put it in my mouth, think about this, because probably all of my tools are covered in poo. Alright, for those of you who've been around my channel for a while are thinking, my goodness, I've never seen that guy have a pair of gloves on that long. You know what? You'd probably be right. We went and got a water hose, hooked it up to the site next door. I'm just going to go down in there and try and break it up as much as I possibly can. Go all the way around. Squirt it to the right, squirt it to the left, squirt up, squirt down. I'll touch the bottom of the tank everywhere with the hose. That's a huge plus. That's enough of that. Alright, now all we have to do is put our pipe back together. I'm going to use two 3-inch Fernco fittings to do that with. I'll show you those in a moment. Alright, got everything cleaned up. I scraped all the fuzzies off the pipe, inside and out. Getting ready for my Ferncos, and first thing we're going to do is mark this pipe with a silver Sharpie about halfway of the, actually I'm going to mark the other piece. It'll be a lot easier to see, but I'm just going to put this on the pipe and about halfway put a nice Sharpie mark so that when I slide these together, I'll know when I'm in the middle. Well, I'll just show you maybe. Just put that fern co about halfway. Put me a mark. I'll try to do that all the way around just so I can see it, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other end. Now I'll know when my fern co's in the proper position. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let that Sharpie dry there for a minute, and I'm gonna slather this up good with Vaseline down there, here, and both ends of the other where I cut it. And that way, when I put this pipe in there, I can just take and slide the fern co's over and tighten them up, and this job will be done. Alright, I think I can show you this also. Just going to take and slather this pipe up real good with Vaseline. Okay, then take and loosen our clamps up just a little bit on our fern co. And try and turn these so that it's going to be easiest to get to it. We should just be able to slide this. Should be able to just slide that right up on there. Like that, and then all I got to do is slip it down when I get it back in there. So I'm gonna do the same thing on that end, and then we'll start putting the pipe back. All right, we're all slathered up with Vaseline now. I'm not gonna be able to video putting the pipe back together. I'll show you when I get it done. It's too tight up in here, so I need to get up in here where you guys are at. So y'all hang tight. All right, pipe's back together.
Let somebody get up and burst.
See my Sharpie mark. Another one there, if you can see it. I don't know if you can or not. So after I had broken up the pyramid and I put that water hose in there, as far as I know, the valve was closed. And I did put some water in that tank, and I did that for just a few minutes. I thought, okay, I'm going to open that valve. When I went over to open the valve, like most fifth wheels today, you know, you got your valve pretty soon, you know, after it comes out of the tank. All right, here's your tank. Here's your 3-inch pipe coming out of your tank, and there's a valve. Well, it's a remote valve, so there's a cable that runs between the handle, wherever your handle's at, to push and pull. There's a cable that runs over here to the valve and pushes and pulls that valve open and closed. Well, when I went to open that valve, it's very, very stiff. And like I say, these people had been using their commode, and I don't know for how many days, but I had already run water in there. And when I pulled the valve, I didn't hear a rush of water coming out the stinky slinky, and I was like, And then I done some more flushing, and I closed the valve, and then I realized when I closed it, I mean, I knew for sure, as hard as it was closed, their valve was not closing. So what was happening? Their valve was not closing, and it was allowing the water to just leak right out, leaving the solids. Because, you know, if in order to maintain a black tank, especially if the camper is stationary, you know, you have to have water in here. Okay, that's just, it's paramount. Paramount. I don't know. I'm making up words here. You gotta have water in that thing. It has to hold water. So yeah, I don't know. There's no way in the world, as wet as it is right now, there's no way in the world I'm gonna change that valve, because that's wallowing around under that camper for several hours. And matter of fact, I don't even do that anymore. I quit doing remote sewer valves because it is a two-man job. I don't care what you say. For me, it's a two-man job. You may do it all by yourself, but I just don't do any more two-man jobs since I don't have a helper anymore. So I gave the lady some alternatives. They make what they call a termination valve that you can put right on the end of where the sewer pipe comes out of the camper and where you hook up your stinky slinky. They make a termination valve. You can put a valve right there. It just twists on. Your hose twists on it. It's pretty cool. The only thing is, it's going to stop the gray water also. This had 2 gray tanks. Has a galley tank and then a tank for the bathroom and the washing machine. So yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. They're just going to be here for a short time, and then they're leaving anyway. So I don't know. We got the poop pyramid broke up, so they're gonna at least use their toilet without water backing up in it. So yeah, let's carry on with the video. So yeah, that's gonna be it on this one. Never seen these fern coats leak, but we're gonna make sure it don't leak. We're gonna run a bunch of water through the toilet, let the bowl fill up, dump it all at once, make sure everything's down here is dry. Other than that, just done. Hopefully it didn't gross nobody out too bad. I did warn you in the beginning, if you got a weak stomach, don't watch this video. So that's gonna be it. If you had a weak stomach, tell us about it. Go down there in that comment section. If you don't have a weak stomach, tell us about it. So hey, that's gonna be it for this one. I am gonna go up the road and fix another one. Y'all have a fantastic day.